Today is another exciting day where we're talking about more opportunity in Louisiana, more prosperity, and the kind of opportunity and prosperity that begets more opportunity and prosperity. So we're proud to announce that the Louisiana Community Technical College system is adopting the Amazon Web Services, and it may be referred to as AWS, Amazon Web Services Educate curriculum at each of its 12 institutions, and is also creating an associate degree in cloud computing. Now this is special. Moreover, the Louisiana Community Technical College system and the University of Louisiana system are collaborating to provide transfer opportunities for graduates of the Cloud Computing Associate degree for completion of a bachelor's degree at University of Louisiana system institutions. So this is, again, about education, opportunity, prosperity, because this is going to provide significant opportunities to expand dual enrollment, career pathways for high school students, and this is in direct response to the growing needs of tech employers throughout Louisiana. And just yesterday, we had the first class of 10 individuals who had completed apprenticeships in high-tech fields. It was the first time in the history of the state of Louisiana that we did, all of whom were employed, and in fact, they're cybersecurity analysts in 4 different companies across the state of Louisiana, well, actually primarily here in the Baton Rouge region. So this is all about that pipeline. You know why they price natural gas in Erath, Louisiana? Because we have the most density of pipelines carrying natural gas anywhere in the country. So guess what happens if you have the highest density of talent pipelines anywhere in the country? This is where they're going to come. And so this is all about the talent pipeline, and we want that in Louisiana too, and this is a big step forward. So AWS Educate has already been working with the Community Technical College system and their faculty there to integrate the AWS content into their curriculum so that students are going to have the opportunity to learn cloud computing with state-of-the-art tools. Students are going to learn the essentials of cloud computing. I still don't understand that concept, by the way. I look at clouds all the time, but it's slowly coming to me. I'm just glad I'm not going to be one of those students. I'm not sure I would be successful, but I'm really glad that there are young people who want to do this. And by the way, we need more females and we need more minority students and to go into all of the STEM fields. And one of the things that excites me is this is where the job demand is going to be, and these jobs, STEM jobs on average, pay twice as much as a non-STEM job. So really, really exciting stuff. So these students are going to learn the essentials of cloud computing, business security, and compliance considerations, migrating to the cloud, architecting a cloud server, and how to troubleshoot cloud services. So this is the first step in a much broader plan to expand cloud computing education and to fuel Louisiana's thriving technology industry. One that a few years ago, I'm not sure we could say we had. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, think about the economic development projects, the employers here who are here in the high-tech field, and the number of employees they have hired, whether it's CGI or Waiter in Lafayette, DXC Technology in New Orleans. We've got CenturyLink committing to be in Monroe, Louisiana with its Fortune 200 headquarters through 2025, and a whole lot more than that. IBM here in Baton Rouge and so forth. This is an exciting time, and diversification of our economy is essential. Because we've had people in Louisiana for the last few decades, they would get a computer science degree, perhaps at Southeastern, but they might have to go out of state to work. Many of those individuals are coming back now. That's what excites me. When I went through DXC Technology, when I went through CGI, and I'm looking at people who are on those Scrum teams, and by the way, if you don't know what that is, I'll explain that to you later, because I didn't know either. But But you see these people working on the scrum teams, and you've got young and old, and you've got black and white, and you've got male and female, and you talk to these people, and they graduated from all over Louisiana in different years, but some of the older ones are coming back to realize a dream that they had when they went to college to begin with. They just couldn't realize that dream here at that time, but they're back. So this is exciting to me, and I want to thank all of these leaders up here, business leaders, education leaders, and I want to thank Ken Eisner, who is here to represent the folks at Amazon. I'm going to be followed now by Dr. William Wainwright, who's going to explain to you from the perspective of the community technical college system what this is going to mean for the system, but more broadly what it's going to mean for the state of Louisiana. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor. And on behalf of our system president, Dr. Monty Sullivan, and the 12-member institutions of Louisiana's community and technical college system, and chancellors and the faculty who are with us today, we want to wish to thank our governor for his unyielding dedication, certainly, to building a stronger Louisiana workforce while sustaining families and enhancing quality of life for all citizens. And that's really an outcome of what you will see today, that we can certainly thank our governor for his leadership and his investment, and certainly want to thank our legislators and our governor for their investments in higher education, which continue to advance opportunities like innovative curriculum design that you see today. It positions our colleges aggressively to respond to the dynamic needs of business and industry. We are very fortunate today to have one of our Board of Supervisors with us, Mr. Vinny St. Blanc. Vinny, thank you for being with us. As I was sharing with our friends from AWS, Vinny St. Blanc is a retired K-12 educator and with a special focus in career and technical education, and he speaks on behalf of our partnerships and pathways with our K-12 system. So what AWS is committing to is going to provide our community and technical colleges free resources and content and development to expand upon our curriculum. It positions Louisiana to expand service to significant industry sectors. And when we talk about the Cloud Associate degree, we want to lean heavily on the technology aspects of it, understanding that technology trends all sectors of industry. For example, the development of this Cloud Associate degree will impact manufacturing, healthcare, biotechnology, agriculture, artificial intelligence, robotics, and aerospace, and will touch every corner, every parish within the state of Louisiana. And robust transfer partnerships with partners like our University of Louisiana system, as well as LSU and our Southern system, are extremely important as we advance this innovative curriculum to sustain high-demand, high-wage realities for our citizens. The AWS mission places value on access and affordability, something that we're able to hold on to because of the work of our governor and our legislature over the last few years, which is extremely important as we provide opportunities for our graduates. And through the vision of AWS, this project will represent multiple off-ramps for students as they engage in post-secondary education. And this is why AWS has committed the resources and content to work with Louisiana's community and technical colleges and also facilitate the industry engagement. And the DXC faculty group at Delgado Community College, for example, reviewed the Northern Virginia Community College's cloud computing specialization proposal, along with other AWS information just this past month. All of Louisiana's community and technical college faculty, many who are with us today, if you are a faculty member representing one of our institutions here to advance this initiative, can you please raise your hand and be recognized? Faculty are leaders in innovation and curriculum design, and they are working collectively in peer groups. We're mapping curriculum, and in the words of AWS, we are cloudifying our curriculum. That is a word, and we look forward to the outcomes of that. So thank you to our faculty leadership. And our faculty agree on common course articulations, degree proposals. They're going through each institution's curriculum committee as they develop the program. We're going to have some early adopters. We're going to have some onboarding within the next 12 to 18 months for all of our institutions. And this new specialization will provide our students with the knowledge and training needed to earn several stackable industry-recognized credentials. I also want to acknowledge Kim Duraka with DXC, who's with us today, who helped our community and technical colleges early on worked through AWS for some of the initial enhancements. And so thank you, DXC, for your support. And again, I want to thank AWS Educate, our governor, our system president, our UL, Southern, and LSU system partners, our lead convening partner, GNO Inc., Louisiana Economic Development, and our Workforce Commission. This, as with most things, they originate with a conversation. Where's Sterling? Sterling, I want to thank you for that initial conversation that brought us to this point. Thank you so much, representing the Louisiana Workforce Commission. So thank you all, and at this time, it's my pleasure to pitch to Ken to tell you a little bit more about AWS's commitment. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor Edward, Dr. Wainwright, Commissioner Hunter Reed, President Henderson, distinguished guests. My name is Ken Eisner, and I'm the Director, Worldwide Education Programs at Amazon Web Services, or AWS, and the head of the AWS Educate program. That's Amazon's global initiative to provide students and educators around the world with the resources that they need in order to build cloud computing skills and prepare students for careers in the cloud. This is an exciting day for Louisiana, and it's an exciting day for AWS. It's such a pleasure to be here with you, and we are all so impressed by the great work you have done to bring this exciting initiative to life. The speed and the scale has been particularly impressive and sets a precedent for many others to follow. Thank you, Governor, for your leadership. Right now, we are in the middle of this fourth industrial revolution, a revolution driven by the cloud and advanced services like IoT, machine learning, and robotics. At the forefront of the cloud, AWS was the fastest IT vendor to ever hit a $10 billion yearly run rate. Just a few years later, we're now at a nearly $31 billion yearly run rate and still growing at a startup-like clip of 41% year over year. This growth, this innovation in the cloud translates into a vast and unprecedented opportunity for students. Cloud computing has been the #1 LinkedIn skill for the past 4 years in a row, showcasing the vast demand from employers for jobs in cloud architecture, software development and DevOps, data sciences, analytics, and machine learning, and middle-skill jobs such as cloud support and cybersecurity. And Louisiana is moving the ball forward for all of its residents. What's particularly inspiring to us at AWS is your statewide vision. Just as AWS services lower the barrier to entry to starting and scaling a business, this cloud degree initiative lowers the barrier to entry to high-demand careers for students across the state of Louisiana. We are particularly gratified that this effort stretches from urban New Orleans and Baton Rouge to rural parts of the state and opens up opportunities to communities of color across the state. The reach of LCTCS enables this initiative to stretch into the far corners of the state, providing access to students that have historically been left out of the tech economy. For many, this program brings the potential of a family's sustaining income. We are proud to stand with you in working to diversify the tech pipeline for all parts of Louisiana. We'd like to acknowledge the leaders that have brought us here today and will make this program successful. Governor John Bell Edwards has championed equity and economic growth and brought bias for action, or trumpeted the need to move quickly. Michael Heck, CEO of Greater New Orleans, and his team, who have brought Louisiana industry to the forefront of our efforts. This work by economic development agencies like GNO is really the secret sauce of education and workforce initiatives. Educators, beginning with LCTCS President, Dr. Monty Smith, and Delgado Intern Chairman, Dr. Will Wainwright. I would also like to thank the chancellors from every one of the 12 campuses in the system. Your collective presence here today is a powerful statement about the statewide commitment. Louisiana Commissioner of Education Kim Hunter Reed and President Jim Henderson of the University of Louisiana System, both of whom are thinking big about this initiative. Most of all, to the faculty who will be driving results inside the classroom, and to the students and your families. We are here to celebrate you to learn from you and support you on your journey to the cloud. Thank you, and I want to turn it over to my
Thank you so much, Ken, for being here and for, as you mentioned, this exciting day, and Governor and all the education leaders who are here and business leaders who are here and in the audience as well. I appreciate the Governor's comment about a talent pipeline, because that is what we are about in Louisiana, trying to make sure we have opportunity for more people across our state. And I appreciate Ken's comment about ensuring that urban and rural opportunities exist, because we know that we have talent all over our state, but opportunity does not exist everywhere. So when you think about the power of today, you think about the opportunity to give more students, young or young at heart, exposure to what can be a great opportunity for them. We often hear from our board members and others a question of relevance. How do we know that what we are teaching is market relevant? How do we know that we are getting this right? Today gives us an opportunity to know that, because we have Amazon at the table, all of our community colleges, our UL system, other institutions across the state saying we are going to partner with business and industry to make sure that the curriculum is relevant, that opportunity exists across the state, and that indeed industry is ready to accept and hire our individual students. Because it's phenomenal that we increase educational opportunity, but at the end of the day, as the Governor always said, we need to make sure people have a job. We need to make sure that they can support their families, that communities are better, and that Louisiana is better as a result. And so I'm very excited to be a part of today's announcement. We look forward to what this means for our state and for our amazing students. To the faculty who are in this room and will help us innovate at scale, thank you for rolling up your sleeves, for engaging, and for making sure that we get this right. This is a very, very special day for us. To the question of market relevance, we know that IT jobs are growing 8 times faster than all other jobs, according to MIT, which knows a little bit about IT jobs, of course. We also know that since AWS started in 2013, the individuals with that certification are the highest paid IT workers. And so there is relevance here for our students, for our citizens, and we, as I stated, are very excited about this work. So we know that today means that our talent pipeline will continue to grow, that Louisiana will prosper because of this partnership, and that we will continue to blur lines between K-12, higher education, and workforce to make sure great things are ahead for our state. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Commissioner Reed, and I have to say, while I have the microphone, what a pleasure it's been to have you back in Louisiana and setting new goals that are worthy of the citizens of Louisiana. And so you and the Regents, we thank you for your leadership on that. I also want to thank Governor Edwards because he has managed to stabilize funding in higher education and is beginning the strategic reinvestments in talent development that will ensure our citizens have the knowledge, skills, and ability to compete. And as our employers that hire them, thank you. And to our legislature that has supported that vision. I met with one of those legislators earlier this week who grows a lot of sugarcane. And the conversation was about how we can help his business and those that are associated with his business be more successful. But it had nothing to do with agriculture in the old sense. It was about technology, because the cloud impacts the way that his tractor drives through the sugarcane fields. Folks, the very nature of work is changing forever. As technology advances, we have the ubiquity of automation, the emergence of the new applications of artificial intelligence. It's demanding a more highly skilled workforce than ever before. A little statistic for you. In 2002, less than 5% of jobs in the U.S. were considered high digital skilled jobs. Today, it's 1 in 4. 1 in 4. That trend is going to continue. It's the reason why companies like DXC that provide solutions to technology firms are being so successful. And the reason that DXC and other companies like that are coming to Louisiana is because we've shown the ability to deliver a workforce that gives them a competitive advantage. But more importantly, we've shown the ability to collaborate across systems. with LCTCS, with our friends at LSU and Southern, the University of Louisiana system, and we have representatives from two of our finest universities, the University of New Orleans and Southeastern Louisiana University, who have collaborated to ensure that we exceed DXC's lofty expectations for workforce delivery, and so we're so proud of that. It's important to understand that the work doesn't stop. Next week and the week after that, we'll be graduating thousands of students from UL system institutions across this state. And while they're celebrating getting that diploma, we have to remind them that that diploma is not an end, it's just a milestone, that they've got to continue learning. My favorite philosopher / longshoreman, Eric Hoffer, once said that in times of change, learners inherit the earth while the learned find themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. Folks, we're in times of change. It's going to continue to change. And while these students that are celebrating these milestones over the next few weeks, today is one milestone. Hopefully within the next month, we will be celebrating yet another milestone that talks about the seamless pathway that students with these AWS associate degrees can enjoy at any of the University of Louisiana system institution. And so with AWS, thank you for your investment in Louisiana, and to Will Wainwright and Monty Sullivan, who Monty's at home, but I wish he could be here with us today. I know he's watching. That kind of vision, that leadership is what's going to give Louisiana the competitive advantage. Thank you all very much.
As you might suspect, it's getting increasingly difficult to add to the content here today. But Governor, I did notice that we were going to talk to these cloud people, and they brought clouds with them today. So, but essentially, I want you to get used to what success looks like. It's right here on the stage. It's government, education, business, and industry coming together, common purpose. We've talked about it for a long, long time in this state, but we're executing against it today. Critically important, all business is digital. All the jobs are digital. You're banking, internet banking. You're ordering your supplies online. You're going to file your tax return, I hope, online. So, the whole digital revolution is now touching every job and every business throughout our state. A lot of alphabet soup associated with all of this, but we like it. DXC, IBM, CGI, what was CSRA is now GDIT. If I'm losing you a little bit, these are all major employers around our state. And what we're trying to do, and what we're doing here today, is a bit of reverse engineering. We've got these great companies. We've got great job openings. So what we need today is a great Louisiana workforce to step into those jobs. So how do we do that? Well, we use our educational institutions to train them, but we've got to give them the best tools to train with. So today, we spell success AWS. Amazon's offering computer power, database storage, content delivery, and other functionalities to help business scale and grow. Today, millions of their customers are currently leveraging their cloud products and solutions to build sophisticated applications with increased flexibility, scalability, and reliability. Training Louisiana's workforce with the ability to understand, navigate, and engage this portfolio of AWS products will strengthen our ability to embrace the large array of IT jobs that are available out there. So a very great acquisition, win-win opportunity for all our state, and just pleased to be a part of that equation for success. Michael Hecht.
Great. Thank you, Secretary. And let me start out just by thanking our governor for bringing back stability and growth to the state. To our partners from Amazon AWS, I really look forward to a tremendous relationship. All of our partners up here on the stage, and so many who are here in the crowd today, so many friends over this journey. I do want to particularly mention again Sterling Dolis from the Louisiana Workforce Commission and Lacey McManus, who is our Vice President of Strategic Initiatives. They were the two that got this together and got the ball rolling, and y'all made it happen. So thank you, congratulations for that. As we were talking about at lunch, there's some pretty remarkable stats that the governor mentioned or alluded to, but we've gone from nowhere. Now Louisiana is actually the 5th fastest growing state for technology jobs in the country, which is something. And here in our region in New Orleans, where we're typically in the top 10 and some years #1, to this issue of diversity we've been talking about here today, we're now #3 for women holding technology jobs and #5 for African Americans holding technology jobs in the country. And that's incredibly exciting as well. That's really our competitive advantage, and it's why DXC was ranked the #2 economic development win in the country last year. But I'd like to say this partnership talk you've been hearing about today, it's not just a buzzword. We live it. Many of the higher education presidents and heads are here in the room today, and all of them sit on the GNO Inc. board, and they show up, they participate. It's incredibly important. We have our GNOU workforce program, which we run in partnership with Fast Start from the state, which, by the way, has been the #1 workforce program in the country, I think, for 9 years. When you have to ask, you're doing it, for a while. And that's a program that formalizes the industry-driven relationship with our schools, and it creates programs in cybersecurity and in mechatronics and in water management across the entire breadth. And I think that ultimately you see it in our actions. Ken talked about the speed with which we were able to get this done. The fact that Louisiana is able to move at the speed of business and go from a conversation to an announcement in under 6 months with one of the largest companies in the world, I think is a testament to a fact that we don't only have a partnership, but we've got a functional partnership. And it's a quick one, and it's moving at the speed of business. So let me conclude that I think that we're going to succeed tremendously here with this Amazon AWS Educate program for Louisiana. We're going to succeed for Amazon, for our friends from Amazon. But I think we're most of all going to succeed to demonstrate to the world the power of partnership. And that's a great burden, a great responsibility, and a great joy. Thank you so much.
We all know that there's a certain set of skills that employers want for the jobs that are available today. And there's a certain amount of knowledge that is defined that we want them to have. But the single most important thing to the people you're going to be teaching, as you well know, isn't necessarily that knowledge and those skills, because to have a career, they're going to have to learn over and over and over, because what's going to be expected of them, unlike generations in the past, is going to change 5, 6, 8, 10 times. And so you set them up today, not for a job, but for a career. And by teaching them not so much what they need to know, but how to learn, how to be lifetime learners. And so you have the most important job in the state of Louisiana when it comes to opportunity and prosperity. And so I want to thank you for what you do every day.
Today we're announcing an AWS curriculum innovation that's going to be implemented throughout Louisiana's community and technical college system. We are implementing the Cloud Associate degree, which will touch every zip code within our state and bring tremendous workforce training opportunities for our graduates.
What's this going to mean for students?
This means that our students are going to have access to curriculum design that's going to support bioinnovation, agriculture, advanced manufacturing, many areas within the field of STEM. And we're basically going to take our existing curriculum, we are going to cloudify it, and we are going to build intrinsic pathways from high school to community college to our 4-year universities to provide workforce opportunities for our graduates.
This is an incredibly important announcement, not only because Amazon is going to be helping to train Louisianians for the jobs of the future, but because of the validation of a company like Amazon choosing Louisiana to roll out this program system-wide. What it says is they have confidence in our institutions, confidence in our students, and confidence in Louisiana to deliver this for Amazon. So very important in the specific, but I think the general message it sends is equally as important.
Careers in bioinnovation, advanced manufacturing, information technology. And what's exciting is many of the careers that are going to open up are careers that are driven by industry here in our state, industries such as DXC Technology and IBM and others.
Thank you.
How can people get more information about this?
People can get more information by contacting their local technical and community college throughout Louisiana.
I'll ask you that again and refer them to your website as well, okay? How can people get more information about this?
People can access information by referring to their local technical and community college or visiting the LCTCS website at www.lctcs.edu.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.